Kingdom Come, ребята, Kingdom Come. Прохождение. Поехали дальше. Ищем рыжего. В темноте, конечно, такое себе удовольствие путешествовать. Почти на месяц. Давай, конь, запрыгивай. Короче, проще пешком пройти. Жди меня тут, конявый. Конявый.
God be with you.
Where are you hiding, Ginger?
How did you... What the hell are you talking about?
Don't try that one on me. I know he's friends with a pair of twins from here. I'm here on the orders of Sir Hanush, and I need to talk to Ginger about the raid on the stud farm.
If Sir Hanush sent you, then you should deal with those two cutthroats who've been creeping around here asking about the poor boy. Once you take care of them, we won't have to hide him anymore.
All right, I'll deal with it.
Right.
So where can I find these bandits?
I'm not sure exactly. There's lots of places to hide around here. But they came and went over the bridge.
That's a lot of woods to comb through.
Not all that much. There's a path around there somewhere leading to an abandoned camp. May the Lord watch over you.
Бандюган. Подождем хотя бы до утра. То ночью сражаться с ними не айс будет. Надеюсь, их тут реально двое, а не человек 5. И еще собака какая-нибудь. Эй, бандюганы, где вы? Где-то тут, может быть. Пойдемте посмотрим. А вот их лагерь. А может и не их. Никого рядом не видно. Здесь что нужно, это повязки. Все остальное хрень полная. И где эти бандюганы? Нет никого. Может, как обычно, стоит прилечь, они появятся.
Who's there?
Вот они.
You get what for? I'll chop you to pieces, you rat. Kurwa fix!
Курва.
You going to cry now?
О.
I'll slaughter you.
А-а-а! Тут сзади, сволочь. Иди нахер. О! Бледи.
Good day to you. God be with you. On the other hand, he could be one of them cutthroats trying to trick us. Wouldn't seem clever enough to come up with a lie like that. And murder's as crafty as fuck.
Типа вали отсюда. Ну, наконец-то. Появились.
Greetings, my good man. May I ask you a question?
Ask first, then I'll ask you something.
Really? Good then. We're looking for Ginger, a stable boy.
А, вот они.
I was just about to ask you two the same thing. I'm looking for him too.
Then it's a pity neither of us have found him yet.
Thank heavens I've found you, though. I imagine you two might be able to tell me something about Neuhoff. Hmm?
I see. Well, we can give it.
God damn! Had enough? No, put him! You're...
Dear God.
No more!
Курвы, доигрались. Гроши. Ой, колечко. Колечко возьмем. Все, курвы. Сейчас чуть поспим, здоровье восстановим и вернемся.
Yeah.
Сивка-бурка, вещая каурка, стань передо мной, как лист перед сосной. Сивка-бурка, вещая каурка.
Yeah. Yeah.
I hope I can be a...
You don't have to worry about...
Really? And
If you want proof, I can take you to them.
I'll take your word for it. All right, a bargain's a bargain. Ginger is hiding out in a ruined hut not far from here. There's an overgrown path that leads from there right to where Ginger is. Keep your eyes peeled though. You could easily miss it.
Good. Thanks for your help.
God be with you.
God be with you.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
А вот и рыжий.
Jesus, you've led me a merry dance.
What do you want from me?
I want to ask you a couple of questions. Why did you run off like that? Where are your cronies? And why did you kill that bandit?
What?
Right, one thing at a time. And now tell me exactly what happened. And don't leave anything out.
That's quite a long story.
Don't worry, I won't get bored.
All right. I woke up in the middle of the night because I needed to go for a piss. So I went out into the dark, same as usual, only there was something there that shouldn't have been. At first I thought it was just a trick of the light, but it wasn't. And then it was too late. They went past and I thought they must be horse thieves. I would have yelled, only I was afraid they'd kill me. So I waited until they were out of sight and I started to sneak away, but then...
Then the slaughtering started.
Yes. I thought they'd steal the horses and ride off. That would be bad enough, but then all the killing started and flames everywhere. It was terrible, like hell itself.
And then?
It seemed some of them didn't like it either. They started squabbling among themselves, and some of them started running back where they came from, right towards me. And I had that thing in my hand, the hoof pick.
So you stabbed the first one in the belly?
No. He ran right into me. He was running fast for a fellow with a limp. He pushed me aside and I fell on the ground. Then he told me I'd better lie low if I valued my life. He ran off with the others. I did what he said and hid. Then the rest of the gang ran past.
And then?
Then I waited in case that limping one from Ujits came back. I didn't dare come out until I was sure. I think it was almost light.
Do you know what they argued about?
I didn't hear everything, but I reckon some of them were only there to steal and wanted no part in the killing.
What about the others? Was there anything you noticed about them?
I don't know. There might have been maybe 8 of them, and 2 of them were really big. That's all I can remember.
That sounds terrible. I know exactly how you feel.
If only I yelled. Maybe they...
If you had, you'd most likely be dead. It probably wouldn't have done any good anyway.
But still...
There was nothing you could do. That's all. Why did you kill that bandit?
What? Bandit? I never killed anyone.
This is yours, isn't it? I pulled it from the belly of a dead bandit near the stud farm.
That is mine, but I didn't stab him. That fellow took it from me.
I've heard everything I need to hear, so I'll leave.
Wait! What about me?
Perhaps I could. What would you like?
I'd like to go back to the stud farm, but those cutthroats who want to kill me are still around. Will you help me?
They're out of the way. I ran into them on my travels.
Really? That's great, but...
What?
I'm afraid to go back to the farm. I ran away, and God knows what they'll think about it all.
I could go and ask them if it's important to you.
Would you? You'll definitely have their respect, the way you took care of those cutthroats.
Я должен спросить на конном заводе в Нойхофе, можно ли вернуться. Понятно, пойдем. Вооруженный человек.
Yeah.
Well, well.
I was looking for that boy and...
And you didn't bother.
I had to follow the trail before it went cold.
And what if some bandit skewered you and left you for dead? I really don't know, my lord.
I...
Silence! Keep your ignorant mouth shut when I'm giving you the benefit of a veteran's wisdom. You do what I tell you, answer only when I ask, and not go roaming off whenever you feel like it. I'd like to kick your arse back to the castle and be shut of you. But it's true, you're a fucking... God have mercy on you if you ever try anything like that again. If you're lucky, I'll only have... I hope we've got that out of the way. I've made myself...
I talked to Ginger and found out what happened.
Out with it, then.
Ginger fled because he recognized one of the raiders. He was afraid they'd come back to silence him.
Well, he was right. They were asking about him. So who did he recognize?
He didn't know his name. Some fellow with a limp from Ujits.
All right. Since you've gone this far, you may as well ask around in Ujits. We've enough to do here in these parts anyway. Sir Radzik will tell you about it. He said to send you to him if you haven't already been.
I'd like to improve.
Certainly.
I'd like to hone my...
First, you have to have...
Well...
Greetings. What business have you?
My lord, I managed to find a clue to the whereabouts of the bandits.
Excellent. Bernard already told me what's been happening, but I'd like to hear it straight from the horse's mouth.
The whole story, or just the gist of it, sir?
It's up to you what you consider important.
One of the Neuhoff stable boys, a lad they called Ginger, fled from there and hid out with some charcoal burners. I have to say, there's a lot of them around. I never thought how many forges and ironworks they have to supply.
That's true, but keep to the point.
Oh, yes, sir. I had quite a job finding him. He was well hidden and with good reason. The bandits wanted to kill him because he recognized one of them.
Did he tell you what happened?
He said it wasn't one gang, but two. And one of them took fright when the slaughter started. Seems they were only interested in loot, so they quarrelled with the other lot. Then it came to a skirmish in the woods and one of them was killed. And the rest of them scattered.
And did you find out where they went?
All I know is one of them is from Ujits. I know enough about him to be able to track him down.
All right, but those cutthroats must know who he is too, right? And if they want to get revenge on him or silence him, you'd better hope they don't get to him before you. So drop everything and get on his trail. Find out what he knows and then report back to me. I'm going to our encampment at Merhayed to oversee the security of the region.
Yes, sir. Why choose Merhayed?
It's somewhat at the centre of events, isn't it? And what's more, there's another stud farm there.
Sir, do you think they're going to try the same thing again?
I shouldn't think so. Everyone will be on the alert now, but the secluded dwellings are more vulnerable. There are few people in them. They're scattered everywhere and we can't guard them all.
But the bandits won't find much silver in places like that.
There's always a groschen or two, some food and so on. Anyway, how much silver did they get from slaughtering those horses?
True. If they'd stolen them, they could have sold them. Those were fine animals.
Exactly. It's not about the silver. It's about something else.
But what?
Creating fear. Such great terror that you won't even squeak when they come to cut your throat. Never mind raise your hand against them. Fear that will root you to the spot, staring like a rabbit entranced by a stoat, waiting for the death blow to fall. Helpless to do anything about it.
I have some news about the investigation, sir.
Good. Tell me.
The trail leads to Ujits. I found out one of the bandits is from there, a fellow they call Limpy Lubosh.
I see. What else?
That's all I found out so far, sir.
All right. Come back and report to me as soon as you learn anything new. Take care.
В Ужицу надо ехать. Блин, да ужас-то не близко. Да, сначала Танберг, потом уже ужас.
Yeah.
Блин, не в ту сторону.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, my carrots and radishes are coming along nicely, but something's taken a fancy to some of my apple trees.
You don't say. What's that then?
Yeah. 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 Yeah.
Что-то я немножко не туда поскакал, по-моему. Можно вот так обскакать по дороге.
Hey, you! It's forbidden to walk at night.
Yeah. 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 Yeah.
We'll have no peace till the afterlife. Have you been to Ujit to visit your parents' grave?
It came from over here.
Yeah.
Да, теперь правильно.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Средневековый навигатор мы.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Там за собрание.
Move along, citizens. Move along. There's nothing to see here.
If that's what you call nothing to see, I'd like to know what something to see looks like.
What? На работу сидит.
Jesus, St. Peter. This is all I need. We'll have to send word to Sir Hanush.
That might not be necessary.
Who are you?
I'm Henry of Skalitz, in the service of Hanush's Captain Bernard. I'm investigating the attack at Neuhof, and I think this could be related.
Well, I'm the bailiff of Auschwitz. And I say we don't want any of that kind of trouble around here. What makes you think this has anything to do with Neuhof?
One of the folk at the stud farm recognized someone from Auschwitz among the bandits.
We have no bandits or murderers around here.
Really? They say you had a limp?
Shit.
Я сейчас пойду в
Allow me
магазин.
to introduce you. Limpy Lubosh. Or all that's left of him.
Повесили.
Sakra. Nothing's ever easy. I'll have to take a look around and ask a few more questions.
Ну смотри, я сейчас пойду в магазин.
You can take this mess off my hands and welcome to it. As for what else there is to find out, I don't know. But look and ask all you like.
Who was Limpy Lubosh?
A poor crofter and a scoundrel. Can't say I'm too surprised what happened to him. He kept company with all sorts of vermin. He was always getting into some kind of trouble. Punch-ups in the tavern and what have you.
How come he limped?
He got that from some villainy or brawl a long time ago.
Has he been up to anything suspicious lately?
I don't know. The last few days he didn't go anywhere. He was home the whole time. But he always kept everyone in the village at arm's length.
Did he have any kith or kin in the village?
None. A loner he was. I don't know the last time I saw him with anyone.
Do you happen to know where he was on the night of the Neuhof raid?
I've no idea. He kept his distance from other folk, so you never knew if he was away or holed up at home.
When did you find the body? And did anyone see anything?
Just now, and nobody saw or heard anything. I don't know how they could gut him like that without someone hearing him scream.
Знай побольше о хромом Любоше.
My respects to you.
Another thing about Lubo.
Farewell.
God be with you.
I've come in the name of Sir Hanush of Lipa. I'm investigating the massacre in Neuhof, and now a murder here as well. Can I ask you a few questions?
Sir Hanush gives a job like that to a young fellow like you?
That man Lubosh who was murdered, what was he like?
He was a strange one. Always drinking, bad-tempered. Lord knows how he made a living. Well, maybe now I've got an idea or two.
Have you noticed anything suspicious recently?
I didn't see much of him lately, not even in the tavern. Not till yesterday in church, as it happens.
Do you know what Lubosh was doing the day Neuhof was raided?
I don't think he was home at all. Wait. Are you saying he... Jesus.
Do you know anyone Lubosh used to spend time with? Relatives or friends?
I really don't know. As far as I know, he had no kin. I never saw him with anyone.
That's all.
Good luck to you.
Greetings.
I've come in the name of Sir Hanush of Lipa. I'm investigating the massacre in Neuhof, and now a murder here as well. Can I ask you a few questions?
I don't know how I can help you, but ask if...
Who was this Lubosh who was murdered?
You could see at first glance he was no good. I kept well out.
Have you noticed anything suspicious recently?
There wasn't sight or sound of him for a long time, and then yesterday he turned up at the church and even talked to the parish priest. I never saw him do that before. Probably had a bad conscience.
Do you know what Lubosh was doing the day Neuhoff was raided?
I don't think he was home.
Do you know who Lubosh used to spend time with?
As far as I know, he had...
That's all.
God bless.
Значит, все-таки в церковь надо идти.
I've come in the name of...
I don't know anything.
Do you know what Lubosh...
I was coming from the tavern very late that night, and I caught a glimpse of someone entering the village. He looked like he was in a hurry. It was only a shadow against the sky, but after what happened, I wouldn't wonder.
Have you noticed anything suspicious recently?
Come to think of it, he was in church yet. I was wondering what he was up to.
That's all.
Good luck to you.
Good day to you.
I've come in the name...
Ask away.
Who was this Lubosh who was murdered?
He was a drunkard and a beast.
Have you noticed anything suspicious recently?
The only thing seemed suspicious was...
That's all.
Take care.
Вот эта церквушка, кстати, до сих пор стоит в Ужице.
Somebody help me! Catch him!
Stop him, someone! Somebody help me! The bastard! Catch him!
Yeah.
I'll get you! You're not getting away from me! Stop him, someone! Catch him! Somebody help me!
Почему вот он не устает, бежит, а я устаю? Что за несправедливость? Короче, пень за ними гоняться еще. А вот это церковушка.
The blessings of our good Lord be with you, Father. I'm here in the name of Sir Hanush of Lipa, investigating the massacre at Neuhof, which seems to be connected to a murder here. Can I ask you a few questions?
It seems Sir Hanush is employing children as investigators. But ask as you wish, boy. I hope this nasty business will be cleared up quickly.
Did you know Lubosh? What was he like?
Bit of a lost soul. Simple, rough fellow, but at heart I don't think he was such a bad person.
Did you notice anything suspicious recently?
My child. All sorts of suspicious things have been going on recently. People like Lubosh don't know what to do about it, and sometimes they do stupid things.
That's really not a lot of help to me, Father.
I'm sorry to hear that.
Do you know what Lubosh was doing on the day Neuhoff was raided?
Unfortunately, I do know. And I'd like to help you with your investigation.
What?
I'm bound by certain vows that forbid me to tell you.
Vows more important than catching dangerous murderers?
There are laws of God above the laws of man, son, and one of those is the sanctity of the confessional.
Father, surely you can't be serious. There must be situations in which you can make an exception.
There are things that apply always, no matter what the circumstances, and this is one of them.
For heaven's sake, Father, can you really look me in the eye and tell me that when you know you may be condemning innocent people to death?
I can, because if I broke that vow, the consequences would be much worse than if I didn't. Maybe not.
Не хочет говорить.
I see you know how to wield a sword, Father. I wouldn't have expected that from a man of the cloth.
With a stick. I practiced with a stick. Reminder of my youth and...
Father, Lubosh was my only lead to the Neuhoff raiders. Only he could tell me who was responsible for that massacre. If I don't find out who it was, it will probably happen again. Surely...
I wouldn't. But I can't betray the sanctity of the confessional. I'll tell you what. Give me some time and I'll try to think up some way of helping you. Suppose we talk it over in the evening, in the tavern, over a cup of good wine. Maybe we'll come up with something.
All right. Thank you, Father.
Good luck to you.
Вечером в корчме. Надо сходить спасательных шнапсов купить, они что, должны продаваться? Покалещи купить. Пойду купцу схожу.
Have a look at those. Hey, who's there?
Что продаешь? Показывай.
I hope I can be of...
God be with you.
I'm honored that a night. May the Lord watch over you.
Can we do something about the price?
Why not?
Agree?
I'd almost shake on that. Almost. All right, so? God be with you.
Ребят, сохранюсь. И через часик продолжим. Надо сходить в магазин. Всем, кому понравилось видео, ставим лайки, подписываемся на мой канал и ждем продолжения. Всем пока.